Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be Virgo's reading for March. Welcome to all my Virgo babes. I love how much beauty and order you bring into the world. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Priscilla Bernstein. I am a soul alignment specialist. I am not only a psychic medium, but also a channel and conduit for the divine and spirit. And I also am a spiritual guide to help you on your spiritual awakening and ascension journey as you up level into your soul, into alignment with your soul. And my mission on this planet is to help you alchemize every area of your life to be in alignment with your soul and your soul purpose ultimately. So let's get into your reading, my beautiful Virgos. If you're new here, welcome. Please make sure to subscribe and like and hit the little bell so you understand and get notifications. And from here, we're just going to thank Infinite Spirit for allowing me to be the clear channel and conduit of only the highest and best for my beautiful Virgos at this time. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you see it is when it's meant for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because what doesn't resonate was meant for somebody else and not you. All right, so here we go. Spirit, what does March have in store for my beautiful Virgos this month? What can my Virgos look forward to this month? We got two cards that turned over. Oh, I love this. You guys got Harmony, which is the Lover's card, and then Authority, which is the Emperor reversed. So what I'm getting, Virgo, is that you are either finding way more balance in the relationship that you're in, and it's less about this like authoritative, like the power struggle has ended and there's just harmony happening now. Oh my God, this is so exciting, Virgo. I love that for you. And if you're not in a relationship, this could be the culmination of you healing all the, divine masculine, toxic masculinity stuff, the power struggles within yourself, to welcome in this new foundation of love, this new harmonious relationship. So if you're not quite in a relationship yet, I do feel like that could be something that's coming in for you, Virgo. I love that. Okay, so what are you navigating or learning this month? What spiritual lessons or physical lessons are you learning this month? We got the Destiny card. This is a Wheel of Fortune. This is, the wheel is always turning, so nothing is ever the same, right? Change is a constant. What comes up must come down. So if you're in an up place, just know that that's never going to be where you always stay. There's always going to be some way that it comes down. Karma is real. What comes around goes around. But with this coming out upright, your destiny is it's like the doors of your destiny have just opened and the things that are meant for you are starting to align. So allow right now and just be in flow with the things that are harmonizing, with the things that feel resonant in your soul, with the things that feel good. Don't try to push, don't try to have power over anything. Just allow right now and allow the wheel to turn as it will. Almost like in Wheel of Fortune, you spin that wheel and you have to wait for it to stop, right? Just wait for it to stop to see what you have to do next. Be in that receptive mode of waiting for the invitation or waiting for that inspired action to move. Don't react and don't get too caught up in someone else's drama. Let the wheel stop turning and then be like, well, how can I support you? Or what can I do here? What's my next step? Ask and call upon your guidance from your guides and angels, and your higher self, and anything else that you believe in. Really toggle to that and know that you have the answers within, and you are writing this so beautifully. I'm getting this, like, the doors of your destiny are opening, and like so many good things are coming, but you can't force any of it. You just have to kind of let it flow and land, and then not react, but act accordingly, right? And so is there any spiritual guidance here for how to navigate this? We got the Empress, which is fertility. Knowing that you literally have every resource within you. You have everything that you need. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are grounded and rooted. You are expanding. You know who you are. You know your worth. You're stepping into that, and you're allowing, right? Just like a tree knows exactly what to do to grow its roots, and then to send up its trunk, and then to shoot out its branches, and then the leaves, and then the last thing that happens is it fruits, right? So you have to know that this is going to take time, that you are a work in progress, and that you are a work of art, right? You have this fertility. It's like you have everything within you. Listen to your heart. Raise your vibrational frequency. Do things that bring you joy, that keep your orbit and your electromagnetic frequency really strong. So our electromagnetic field comes up through our energy center and goes out in like a donut shape, and then comes back up. And so when we're doing things like Kundalini yoga, breath work, and really kind of rewiring the brain by opening up our Kundalini and getting that energy to move from the dormant places in our spine, it's called the sleeping snake, right? And once that opens and that channel opens, you're connected to the divine, you're connected to your higher self, you're connected to all that is, to your guides and angels, to the universe and source energy. And so when you're super in tune, your electromagnetic field gets bigger, right? When you're doing these exercises and this work to help keep your frequency really strong, right? Doing things and having gemstones around, or wearing gemstones that offer protection. You know, one of my favorites that I have found to be one of the most potent and powerful is hematite in quartz, which actually turns kind of pinkish purple once it's in quartz. So it can be dubbed as hematoid quartz or hematite in quartz. But hematite is a really amazing, not only reflective stone, because by itself is very metallic and reflective and kind of a dark gray, like a gunmetal gray in nature, but when it is combined, pressurized, and heated in the earth with clear quartz, that whatever that combination, that chemical combustion combination that happens, it turns the hematite kind of pink or purple, which is super beautiful. And I have a cosmic shield necklace that I've created from it. But I have found that this stone in general is so good at deflecting and reflecting away negative energy, negative entities, all sorts of things that you do not want in your field. And then the clear quartz amplifies that even more so. So it creates this protective shield around you and really protects your heart more than anything from psychic attack, from any sort of energetic attack. So anything that you can do to amplify your heart center and amplify your electromagnetic field right now, Virgo, is going to be really, really helpful for you. Okay, and so what is the overall energy that my Virgos are going to be navigating this month, Spirit? Oh, okay, like half the deck just flew out. Oh, I love this. Foundations and achievement. And then let's see what else came out. It wasn't really half the deck, but it felt like it. Okay. So what's interesting, what I got here with that like second shuffle, there's emotional loss, wisdom. So I'm going to read these as they kind of come out. So through whatever emotional loss that you went through whatever didn't work out, you've gained a significant amount of wisdom about where you're going, what you're wanting, what didn't work, how it didn't work. You're starting to see things for what they were, right? And it took that emotional loss. It took that kind of earth-shattering energy, you know, that kind of broke your heart and caused you to go into that like grieving period to gain the wisdom that came from that, right? Knowing that everything's happening for us and our greater good, all that stuff had to happen, right? And then I'm getting financial material changes. You're stepping into something so new. It's almost like you're toggling between all these different realities of who you used to be and who you're wanting to be. And so just keep aligning to that version of yourself that you want to be, and you will have the financial and material wealth that you desire. But you may be going through some transition and changes right now in your physical reality in regards to your material possessions and wealth. So you may be outputting more money to invest in something, but know that it's all going to come back to you, right? If you're doing it based on a sense of love and from that place in your heart, knowing that you're investing in yourself and your future and what it is that you want, that is going to pay you dividends in return. And so from that, you've moved out of this discontent and boredom. You've moved out of being trapped in fear, and you were suffering in silence for a long time because of that, you know, but you're moving out of that. You're starting to see things in a different way, and you're starting to have this newfound sense of patience of letting things unfold as they will, right? Like I was just saying, Virgo, with the tree, knowing that it knows what it has to do to grow, to plant its roots, to shoot upward and spread its branches, and then, you know, it's not until it becomes stronger that it even starts to fruit or bloom, right? So those types of things, it's like nobody's telling the tree what to do and how to grow. You already know. You have this, like, you're learning this what I'm getting is more timing, not so much patience, but you're learning that everything has a divine timing and to let it start to unfold. And that is too bringing you out of this feeling of suffering in silence, being trapped in fear by yourself, and being in this like discontent and boredom energy of knowing that it's like, yeah, you may be doing it all alone, but you're figuring out your own timing. You're figuring out to just let yourself be the fern that's unfurling, right? And then with that, you're going to be creating foundation and achievement. You're setting yourself up and creating this beautiful, strong foundation that you can literally call home from here on out and grow in advancements and achievements. And you know, there's a man and a woman and a child here, so this may even be the denotation of a happy home being created, right? With that harmonizing energy and that relationship that's coming in. Like, you guys are finding your footing, you're finding your foundation, things are flowing, things are in harmony, and now it may be something like you're coming together as a family and creating that physical foundation in your physical reality and in your spiritual reality. This is actually the card of divine union. And so if you're in a twin flame relationship, this could find you stepping into divine union with your counterpart. But knowing that it all happens in divine timing, right? You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to hold yourself in fear. You don't have to be in the boredom of waiting for it to happen. You're knowing and you're trusting in the timing of things, so you can let it kind of come in as it will when it wants, okay? Virgo, what a beautiful, beautiful reading for the month. Next, I'm going to pull an animal spirit card for you all. This can be animal spirit, the universe and spirit sends to you as an indication and denotation to either like pay attention or, you know, to utilize that energy at that time, or that you're on the right track, or it can be seen as like potent animal medicine that you can invoke evoke and embody yourself to help you navigate this. So what animal spirits do my beautiful Virgos need this month, Spirit? We got the sea serpent and the scorpion. Love it. And what I love about the sea serpent, it's like a sea snake, but it's like almost like an Ouroboros. It's like about to eat its tail. And in the middle, there's like, it looks like an eye. So it's almost like you have to instinctively and instinctually trust that third eye, the inner knowing, your instincts, your intuition. You really need to start listening to that and go into your depths to get your answers, as opposed to asking other people or outside sources for advice, right? Not what should I do? It's like you need to go inward. You need to tap into your third eye, into the depths of who you are and your soul, and then ask, what do I need to do? What is the spiritual advice here? How should I move forward, right? And then we have also the scorpion. And just know that the spirit will give you the answer. It may not come right then and there, but it'll come when you are ready for it. So again, have patience for that divine timing to land. And then we have the scorpion here, which scorpions are usually solo animals unless they're carrying their babies on their back. But once their babies are old enough, they all go off on their own and do their own thing. This is a solo journey, Virgo. You're doing this on your own. And, you know, what's really beautiful about scorpions, even though they're kind of predatorial, they're really just, they usually will not attack unless they're going to attack to eat whatever that thing is. But like, they won't sting you unless they feel like they are under attack. And their whole body is like an exoskeleton on the outside, right? It's like they just wear armor. I have some weird sixth sense about scorpions. All of a sudden I'll start thinking about them. I'm like super in tune with them. And then the next thing I know, if I start looking around, I will find one or two or three or more. And so I really pay attention to that. But scorpions, it's like there's this sixth sense about them, right? It's like, again, trusting your instincts, trusting and knowing your own compass and internal guidance. I mean, they walk through the desert on their own, and they get to wherever they're needing to go. They find whatever food they need to find. They're in complete trust 24/7, right? And they're guarded or protected by their like exoskeleton and by their little stinger, right? So there is something to be said with that. So either embody the scorpion medicine or move into your depths and like embody that sea serpent and know that you're transforming, you're moving through major transformation, and you're stepping into something that is so harmonizing and so beautiful and so balanced. But you're doing this on your own, and you did it on your own. You didn't need anybody or anything else to get there, which is so beautiful. Yes, we all need support, but it's like, for the most part, you haven't had to rely on anybody to get here, which I love. I love that for you, Virgo. Okay, I'm gonna pull a oracle card now for you, my beautiful Virgos. So we'll see what any other messages, oracle messages that my Virgos need right now. Spirit, can you share that with us for March? Alignment. Yep. Work on your alignment. That's all you have to do. When we talk about alignment in spirituality, when I personally speak on alignment, let me take a drink of water. And when we talk about alignment in spirituality, this has 3 planets lining up, right? You want to be in alignment, mind, body, and spirit. If you're asking for something and you're saying that you want that relationship, that harmonizing relationship, right? You don't second guess yourself when somebody comes in and creates disharmony in your physical reality. If it's not harmonizing, say goodbye. Move it out of your field, because that's not in alignment with what you want, right? So there's that mind, body, spirit connection, and all 3 have to be So if you're saying that you want something, and like your words are saying that, your mind is saying that, and those two are in alignment, but then your action is saying something different by like letting this thing in over and over again, you're not creating that alignment. This last piece isn't in line. So work on your alignment of creating mind, body, and spirit. Make sure that your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all in sync with one another. And as they do become in sync, once you get into that perfect alignment, then the universe just boop, pops that thing in, and it manifests or aligns in a way and like synchronizes in a way that like you could not have made happen yourself. I can tell you multiple times that the universe has set something up for me that I have just been like, holy cow, whoa, like I could not have orchestrated that had I tried. The universe just moved like 10 mountains for me to make that happen. And I'm so blown away at how beautifully and synchronistically it happened. And so let yourself be surprised and delighted, right? But it takes being in alignment, mind, body, and spirit, words, thoughts, and actions. It takes being in alignment on all three in order for the universe to be in the right frequency, right? The right resonance and frequency for the universe to say, okay, she's there, or he's there. Let me bring it in now and let me set it up for you. Let me surprise and delight you. That's what the universe wants. And that is how you become a master manifester, is being in alignment. Okay. So from here, I'm going to pull one last card, which is a moon card for my beautiful Virgos. Okay, Spirit, what energies do my Virgos need to hold to get all these things? You want me to read all of these? Okay. Okay. Trust, creation, growth, assessing, action, faith, pleasure, boundaries, and peace. So I'm going to go through these really quick. You guys, Virgo, you got pretty much just one card thrown out with each thing. So it's fitting that they threw out all of these for the energy that you need to carry this month. So this is a multifaceted energy that you're needing, right? So the first one was trust. Trust in the divine timing, trust in what's showing up, trust in what wants to leave, trust. I heard the most beautiful quote the other day, and it said, trust is your, how did they put it? Hold on one second. It was something like, trust is your divine connection with the unknown. And I loved it. I was like, oh my God, that just hits different when you hear it like that, you know, that you have this divine connection with something that you don't know and you just trust it, right? So trust is a major factor and a major key this month for you. Trust in the creation, what's being created, what you're putting into your vortex, what's coming out of the vortex as landing in your field. It's meant for you in some way, shape, or form. And if it's not something you like, go back to realizing, oh, was I not in alignment with something? What was my energy in a weird place? Were my thoughts, was I like stuck in worry, doubt, and fear? And that's why this weird thing kind of manifested, right? Trust in how you're creating, what's being created in your field, and know that you're growing. You're growing as an instinctual and intuitive being. You're growing so much in these extrasensory realms and these like superpowers that we have as humans that we've forgotten about, right? We have them as the core essence of ourselves as a soul, but in our human form, we forget about that. And it's like, it takes our lives remembering and having these spiritual awakenings and dark night of the souls and ascension processes to realize like, oh, I have access to this, you know, like I just need to learn how to trust it and create with the universe accordingly. And you're gaining more and more growth. So just know that you're growing, you're stretching, allow yourself to go past your comfort zone, allow the growth to happen. Let it in, welcome it in, invite it in. and take time to assess. Every so often, you know, when you're climbing this mountain of manifestation and the things that you're creating in your life, stop and assess, look back at where you've been, look up at where you're going, you know, take account of where you're at, and then from there, plan the next step, or look at what the next step is, and then keep moving forward, right? Taking only inspired action, waiting until you're in the guise or in the frequency of inspiration to take action, right? That is the balanced way to take action. That's working with the universe and the universal forces and your higher self, is you are allowing yourself to be in that surrender place, to be in the divine feminine, to receive. And then when it's time to take action, you know, you get that nudge forward from the universe to step forward, right? That came through a little earlier. And then you got faith. Not only do you have trust, but you have faith too, that what's growing inside, what's going to be birthed through you, what's going to be birthed into your reality is what's meant for you. It's aligning for you, right? It's coming in for your own soul's ascension, for your own evolution, whatever it is, whether it's a lesson that you need to learn or an experience that you need to have, it's all happening for you in your greater good. So have faith in what's showing up. Tap into the things that bring you pleasure this month. Really focus on being in the juiciness, in the orgasmic, like, sense of the word, of just life, you know? Allow yourself to experience and take pleasure in all of it. Kind of take on a hedonistic quality this month. If, you know, I mean, don't go overboard, but if it brings you joy to have a glass of wine with dinner, then have a glass of wine with dinner. If it brings you joy to have sex with your partner and get kinky and funky, then do that. Explore that. Allow the pleasure in. You want to have the juiciest, most orgasmic experience that you can this month, because this is only going to help you amplify that electromagnetic frequency. This is going to create you being a super attractor, super magnetic person, because you're going to be radiating in this like pleasure bubble. You see how she has all these like lines of energy coming out of her? That's that energy. It's like you're going to be in this like pleasure vortex, and when you're in that vibrational frequency of love and pleasure and joy, then the universe it's just bringing you more and more and more of that, right? Like, who doesn't want more of that? And then you need to have healthy boundaries with the things that are not in alignment, with the things that don't feel good to you. You need to set a healthy boundary and say, no, thank you. If it's not a fuck yes, let it be a no, thank you. Walk away from it, put up your boundary, allow yourself to step away and hold that hard line with whatever it is, to not let it back in and not throw you out of alignment, okay? Because if you do, you will have the greatest sense of peace by the end of the month. And I love, love, love this for you, Virgos. You're really finding peace in who you are and what you're doing, in how you show up in the world, in your relationships, in your foundation, like all of it. It's just all coming together for you. And that makes my heart so freaking happy. One, because I'm a Virgo moon, so this is resonant for me as well. But for any of you Virgos that are a sun or a rising, this is also for you, which is super exciting. We are glowing up and coming up in the world, and you are becoming the best version of yourself, and so much is harmonizing because of it. I love you, Virgos. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please share this with another Virgo. Make sure that you watch your rising and your moon sign as well to get the fullness of what is supposed to come through for the month for you. Take what resonated, leave what didn't. What didn't resonate was probably for somebody else. And if you would like to donate to the channel, donations are always welcome. They're not necessary, but if this was helpful for you, it always helps me out if you kick me a little something just to let me know that you loved it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share as well, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Love you guys. Bye.